credit card issuers join the fight to limit mass shootings. Imagine walking into a store, asking for a rifle, and seeing that your credit card, not just your wallet, could help prevent that purchase from leading to a tragedy. That nearly new reality began last week when the International Organization for Standardization approved a special merchant code for gun stores. It's a brief numeric tag, just 4 digits, that payment processors can attach to every purchase from a licensed firearms dealer. The idea was first proposed by a journalist in a Plekin column after the Parkland shooting, and today it is being implemented by the biggest card networks in the world. American Express, MasterCard, and Visa all said they would adopt the new ISO code as soon as it became available. That is news because, until this point, MasterCard and Visa had resisted adding it, citing political pressure from gun rights groups and fears of becoming a moral authority over what customers can buy. Urban Senator Elizabeth Warren and other lawmakers publicly backed the code, saying it could improve coordination with law enforcement. Pension funds also urged the payment industry to agree to the new standard. At the same time, Amalgamated Bank had approached ISO 3 times before finally convincing the standard-setting body to create the code last Friday. ISO statement said the code was added because credit card companies had been unable to reach a resolution. In turn, the card networks confirmed their commitment to using the code while also stressing that they would protect legal commerce and privacy. That is the moment when the financial industry steps from acknowledging that its networks, if properly flagged, can provide early warnings to officials. But the code is just the first layer of a multi-step process. First, the card networks must enforce its use across their entire payment fabric, meaning merchants have to label every firearms transaction with the new code. Otherwise, they could simply roll back to generic categories and avoid detection. Second, retailers, both specialty gun shops and major chains such as Walmart, need to physically pick the firearm-specific code at the register. That means barcode scanners and point-of-sale terminals must differentiate between, say, a knockoff hunting rifle and a blank-firing pistol. Third, the payments community must develop smart algorithms that dig into purchase histories. With the new .materialians, software can spot flagged patterns such as buying a high-capacity magazine shortly after sliding the main gun service fee or when multiple purchases occur within a limited period. Once all 3 components are in place, the new code could signal law enforcement agencies that a potentially illegal transaction is on the books, prompting immediate investigation. Some experts fear it may lead to false positives, affecting legitimate gun owners, but advocates argue the alternative overnight, unflagged purchases warrants the risk. The entire conversation began after the Parkland tragedy, revealing how much mass shootings relied on complex financial infrastructure, from both individual spending and institutional funding. That's why the industry and legislators were emboldened to try a new tool. This development brought a small but substantial victory in the continued war against gun violence. While no single solution will solve the problem, a dedicated credit card code linked to firearms is an example of creative use of existing economic channels to create more safety. Thank you for listening. Stay informed and stay safe.